Okay, I'm so ready for this episode. I'm so excited that it almost like makes me nervous. No, it does make me nervous. Like I'm so excited, like I almost am anxious to watch this. So weird, but okay, let's go.
戦の時代はすでに何年もの長きにわたりこの国に続いていた。まだ生きて逆らう者どもに思い知らせよ。それも晒しとけ。
Oh my god. What a backstory. Oh, now the song is just gonna make me cry. And it's not just the song, it's the visuals. It's so beautiful. Every time. It's my favorite song ever! Opening song ever! That was so good. Konnichiwa. Aww. We can all be that person that makes people feel like this world isn't such a bad place because there are people like that. I feel like this is the kind of anime that they could have made much longer than like 12 episodes. Oh. What the fuck? Did this stuff happen? In real life? Makes me want to punch something. I'm not a child. What rumors?
師匠、私の父は死にました。父上、父上、父上。お前が父上を。
要、この仕事が済んだらいかようにしても構わん。だが、あの親子との約束だけは。
あの子のためだ。
すまぬ。
ありがとう、先生。さようなら。
救えない。
That's how he found forgot his name already.
お前そのカニに大層好かれたようだ。無理をするとその面に傷がつくぞ。そろそろ戻ろうか。 の子には不思議な力がある。お前の名前だ。
Yakimaru. Oh yes, 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 yes. Now I remember. Yakimaru. Oh, the life force then goes away. Is that another demon? Is that a demon or is that some kind of curious monster?
強くなるんだ。
These two little brothers are gonna fight someday. It's like poetic, it has to happen.
僕はこの国で一番強いんだぞ。母上。
どうしたよかろう。
Wait! That felt like it came from right behind me. Oh, and here he's learning in tatters. But he's learning! And he's happy, I think. He looks happy. Oh, so these are just regular monsters that are attracted to his power. These are not the demons that took his stuff. Right? I think.
ためらいも生じはしない。
He's not dangerous though. He knows good from bad.
わしはまた間違ったのか。
No. He's not a bad person. Oh, is this the first demon that he killed?
どうした？百鬼丸、大丈夫か？これは一体何が？足だ。生身の足が生えた。
At a rapid speed, imagine how painful that must be.
人知を超えた力でもって人に恩恵を与え、代償として人から何かを奪っていく。結局何もしてやれなかったな。わしはただ殺生を教えただけで。
Don't do that to me! Yeah.
なあ、なんで化け物どもはそんなん欲しがるんだよ。
さてね、心の足しにはなるのかもね。
なんだよそりゃ。
I don't think there's a reason why demons do things.
おい、
Horrible things.
何言ってんだ。やけどちまだろ。さっくん、いきなりなんだってんだよ。おい。
Is that the end? Oh, it's the end. Kamaitachi. So that was the one that attacked him, Kamaitachi. So that one got away. That one got away. We gotta remember that. I didn't think he was killed. The one that he killed to get back his leg was that four-mouth, open, big-brained alien one. The rest of this video will be me talking about, no, not just talking about, freaking out about how much I love this episode and how much I love this anime. I was on the verge of tears multiple times during this episode. I hardly know where to begin, but let's start at the beginning. We got some backstory on the doctor, Sensei, who was the one who eventually gave Hyakimaru his prosthetic legs and arms and mask and taught him how to fight. We also saw that in this episode. So from what I can gather is that the Doctor was on the wrong side in the war. So there was a war and it looks like he was on, maybe both sides were wrong, I don't know. But the side that he was on was hanging people on crosses to make an example of them, killing women who was just coming to mourn her husband, stabbing them in the back. Like, those are things that are not right. I don't care, like, I understand war to an extent. I understand that for some crazy reason, people choose to fight when they can't talk about shit and they kill each other, and both sides kill each other. But doing stuff like that, hanging people on crosses to make an example of them, that is not self-defense anymore. If there's a bird that randomly starts screaming in the background, I apologize. I cannot do anything about it. It's a living being and I don't know how to tell him to please stop screaming. Okay, so not just did they do that, hang people on crosses, the scene where the woman was basically coming to run and the woman was basically running to her husband, knowing he was being hung or killed, and she wanted to mourn him, and she was stabbed in the back. I think that scene depicts how not only were there two sides of a war both choosing to fight, but this side was doing things that's not fair. That's not morally sound. There are many instances in which you can choose to fight and kill people, which most people would agree with, for example, self-defense and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot, like, when you kill someone, you're not automatically going to hell or in the wrong, whatever you want to call that. There are situations in which most people can understand. But this, for example, that whole scene in the beginning showed us that there was a war, there were two sides, maybe there were more sides, but this side that the Doctor was on was clearly doing things that were immoral. Does that excuse what he did? It seemed like he helped them to maybe make the crosses and hang people up. I think there was a scene in which I saw him hanging someone up. I'm not sure, but eventually you could see he couldn't, because what we do mostly, if we're raised to do something wrong, I feel like there's a part of us that understands that we're doing something wrong. And for a long time, we can try and justify our actions or the actions of those who taught us to do it. But there's something in us always nagging at us, always pulling at our, because I believe that there is something inside of us that knows true right from true wrong, and I love that it showed on his face. Like, there was a moment where he realized, this is too much. I cannot justify this anymore. What they're doing is wrong. What I'm doing is wrong. And like he said, he never believed that he could atone for his sins, but he did want to, he believed that I'm alive for a reason. I can do, instead of just killing myself because I'm so ashamed of everything I've done, let me, for the time that I have been given, help others. And I find that very beautiful, and I found that the whole backstory, how it was told, so beautiful. There are a lot of times in anime where when we're busy when we're busy with a story, and especially I think this anime has something like 12 episodes. When you're busy with the story and they suddenly just throw us into backstory mode, I'm like, oh damn, we only have this much time with the main characters. Don't just backstory me now, bitch. This episode, I did not mind at all. I did not mind understanding some backstory about not just the Doctor, but about Hyakimaru and how he was taught to fight and all of that. So I feel this episode was brilliant. The storytelling was brilliant. A few things stood out to me. One, that person, the boy who was mad at the doctor when he found out that the doctor was on the wrong side of the war, killed his father or whatever, that he walked away. I'm assuming he'll be back at some point. They wouldn't just put that in the story, I guess. They could have just put it in to explain or to show us that even though he's doing something good now, there are many people that still suffer for what he did, the things he took part in. So they could have put that in just to show us that. But I'm wondering if he could be back. Then another thing that stood out to me was the demon, the first one that attacked Hyakimaru, the rat thing with the talons, whatever. At the end of the episode, the end of the ending song, it showed a picture of that and the name, and I'm assuming that's gonna come back because the doctor threw an axe at it and it ran away. I'm not sure that it died. That might come back. I'm wondering if that's another demon that eventually he has to find again and defeat. So that's quite interesting. The third thing that stood out for me was the parallel scene between Hyakimaru was learning how to fight and his brother, his half-brother, no, his brother, it's his full brother because his parents are the same, except that his father just threw him away. So his brother was learning to fight at the same time, more or less, because I don't know if it was the same time, but the scenes were parallel. So that made me wonder if at some point are they going to fight, because Hyakimaru is the older brother. He's supposed to be the one that inherits whatever. I don't think he would want to. But I'm just wondering if at some point there would be this poetic fight between the brother that was cast away. Not only cast away, but sacrificed. His father sacrificed his son to become the powerful lord or whatever he is today. And his mother didn't want that. His mother was unaware of that and didn't want him to be taken away. Whereas his father just, fuck off, make me another child. You need an heir. So it's also very interesting the position that the new child is placed in. We see him being treated well by his father, wearing beautiful robes. He looks healthy. He's even like, you can slight, but he's definitely less skinny than Hyakimaru, and I'm thinking that all of that points to how healthy he is, how well he was raised with the same father that chose to sacrifice his son for power. So it's just that contrast is very interesting, and it makes it difficult because that child did do nothing wrong, but it's going to become interesting later to see how their relationship, like how will he feel, like to know that what his father did, but his father never treated him poorly. Like it's going to be a difficult situation, and I'm looking forward to how the story unfolds with their relationship as brothers and their relationship as father and son. And I don't think they'll have a relationship. I wonder if this guy will ever at some point die at the hands of some demon that he offered his son to, probably, hopefully, and then he for a moment just feels regret. That's all I want. And then it's going to be interesting to see this. Remember, this is he grew up as an only child. His mother has always resented losing the son, but at the same, not resenting this son, but probably this boy. It was clear that this boy, there was a scene where he kind of looked at his mother and then saw that statue in the background. So I feel like he's aware of his mother's sadness and something that she lost, and maybe her love for him cannot be or does not feel as complete as it could because of this guilt that the mother feels for her, or not just guilt, but this sadness that she feels for the son that she lost. And I wonder if that's not going to result in some kind of resentment or anger, or you know, almost like a survivor's guilt from, I don't remember, Tomaru or whatever his name is. Maybe he's going to resent Hyakimaru for not, I don't know, for being the reason for his mother's sadness, even though he wasn't really the reason. Very complicated relationships. I think it's being brilliantly told. The story is brilliant. Fuck, I love it so much. What else happened in this episode that stood out for me? I don't know, but there was just a lot of moments. When he was leaving and the doctors, like, how he was just like, the scenes, the emotions, it was like everything is conveyed so beautifully through the art style, the music, I mean, Hyakimaru doesn't even talk. And so, because I was almost gonna say voice acting, but like, he doesn't even talk and I feel everything. And it's also interesting to how they showed what he sees, like when he picked the flower, how it went from kind of like green to red and then disappeared, like how it was losing its life force. Very beautiful visuals. The opening song is the best opening song I have ever heard in any anime. Yes, granted, I've probably only watched 50 anime in my life. Let me go to my anime list actually. I've probably only watched 50 anime in my life. But this is the best one I've ever heard. Not just because of the song and the singing, but also because of the visual. By song I mean music, because the music is amazing. By singing I mean the lead singer, his voice is amazing. And then the visuals that go along with it. Just everything makes it so fucking good. So fucking good. Okay, so I have given the story a 10 already. I have given the characters a 9, the visuals a 9, audio 10, enjoyment 10. I'm changing it from 9.5 to 10. If you want to see my scores for all the anime that I have watched and am watching, you can check my anime list. The link is in the description. So at this moment, the overall anime to me is a 9.6. It is by far my favorite anime that I'm currently watching. Whew, it was such a good episode. I'm so glad I watched this today. Thank you guys for listening to me ramble about how much I love this. I'm looking forward to episode 4, of course. And I would love to hear your thoughts on this episode and the anime in general. The anime overall, I have given a 9.6 thus far, just told you. And then this episode, I'm giving a 5 out of 5 Hyakimarus. No, a 5 out of 5 Dororos. I think that's pretty fun. Let's do it 5 out of 5 Dororos. And then question of the day. Let's do a question of the day. Do you think, and this question is only for people who have not read the manga, do you think that the rat demon will make a return? I wonder. Okay, so thank you guys so much for listening to me ramble, and don't forget to share your thoughts. Give this video a like, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!